Hey Roman, how are we doing?
Good, how are you?
Good, thank you for asking.
You were red, like you was in the sun?
I just always read, my friend. No stress. So happy to see you back this
You're
week.
just shy talking to me.
No, it's typically red. Happy to see you back this week.
Thank you, I'm
You're
also
back
happy.
up to light heavyweight. How does it feel to be in
You
light
don't
heavyweight?
see I'm happy, it's already, you can tell by my face and how I'm living my life. Much better, definitely easier and happier life, feeling good.
Yeah, awesome. I know you've had some success already at light heavyweight. To go back down and come back up, what was like the final decision? Like, okay, I'm done at middleweight.
No, it was how I was feeling my body. It was mentally I'm always ready to cut weight. Nothing can stop me because it's all mental game, I think, like that when you're cutting weight. But how I was gaining weight back and how I was in the fight, I didn't like myself. And that's why to prolong my career, I think it's much better to move up weight class. And especially I started 205 in UFC. I had 2 fights and after moved to 185. Fought one time back with Anthony Smith, and I think it's good and smart decision to fight 205 for my health.
How are you a different fighter in the octagon on fight night when you're at light heavyweight versus middleweight? What's the biggest difference for you, do you feel?
There is no difference. I am who I am, and I'm always fighter, no matter what's going on in my life or how things are going. I'm fighting for life, not for fighting.
Looking at this light heavyweight division, you're an exciting new player once you start getting into the rankings. Are there a lot of great fights that you see that, wow, I would love to fight some of these guys that are like a Yuri, a Paolo, and stuff like that? Is that something that's on your mind when you're looking at the rankings?
They are all my opponents, my future opponents, of course. I don't really care what is their name or something, but all these guys are my opponents. I'm fighting only top guys, probably 4 years, only top guys, top level, and who cares who is next?
Awesome. We asked Threads for some fan questions. We had one for you from a 14-year-old from Georgia asked, hey, would you ever open a gym here in Georgia? What would you call it, and what fighting style would it be based upon?
Okay. American Georgia or real Georgia?
Real Georgia, that's what you would say.
Okay. I think, yes, I'm planning to open a gym, and I'm working on it. I already bought the land, and I'm already making some project, and soon I will start building. It's like not only like opening a gym, it's like building a whole building. That's why it probably will take some time. I already have name because 8 years I was coaching in Ukraine, and the gym name was RD Sport. We will stay with the same probably name for a gym. And I wanted to say like it will be based on grappling and stuff like that. But that's a good question because reason why I want to open a gym because I have my fourth boy will be born soon in November, and I have my own vision how I want to raise him. And sometimes my vision doesn't agree with the coaches how they teach new generation. And my gym will be based on to creating from them first of all men and after sportsmen, and probably that's the main thing what I'm thinking about, and that's all.
Great. And the last question for you that we had was, what's the biggest lesson that the fight game has taught you?
You need to be ready for anything what life can offer to you. But I will not say that fighting teach me. This is how I'm living my life. That's why I fit very good to fighting. I'm not maybe so much professional guy like the other fighters. You are looking at the guy who I already mentioned fighting 4 years for top level, but I'm not living like a professional fighter. That's funny part. Somebody don't understand this, but this is how I'm living my life, how I like it, and I'm doing good. I started 28, 30, 28 MMA. 30 I was in UFC, and 32 or 33 I was already top 8 in the world. And from there I'm here, and this works for me. Some other guys need team, big team, following them around. I'm confident in myself, by myself, and fighting just fit me very well. That's why I'm successful here. When I was playing soccer, no, football, when I was goalkeeper, it's a teamwork. Your team need to play good. And when you're a goalkeeper, all problems what all team is having, you're the last guy. And that's why it was harder for me. And okay, one secret. One time, I was quite like the mentality that was hard also. I was a strict goalkeeper, let's say like that. And one time I had the red card just because I beat up my defense guy. And that's why they gave me the red card. Because he did some mistakes and we had a goal and I said, okay. And I was always like that. Just fighting fit me good.
Got a red card for beating up your
Yes, can you imagine? First time probably in life. So, and your team member. Thank you.
Roman, there's been some crazy submissions in the UFC this year. I think we saw the Scottish Twister with Charles Johnson last week. I think if we go back to the fight with Jack Hermanson, you got that position. You ended up with the TKO from the back control there. But is there any sort of like submission or any trick up your sleeve that you still want to pull off in the UFC?
I just want to do submission in UFC. That's another thing because you mentioned calf slicer or other heel hook attack what I did, but I never finished leg locks or any other submission. I have 6 or 5 knockout wins, but no submission. At least I need to do some submission. But of course I have some tricks. You know, I'm good in grappling, and also I don't have answer for you why I'm not using it. Maybe for this fight, he also likes grapple a lot, and we will show some interesting grappling. I hope no grappling match because UFC will not like it, but something interesting what everybody will like.
This is going to be, I think, fight number 15 in the UFC. With such a long MMA career, I know some guys eventually in their career, they kind of go through a burnout at some point where they get, I don't want to say tired of it, but
say how you want.
They just kind of get tired of the sport, like the grind and the consistently and things like that. Has there been a time in your career after 15 fights in the UFC where you're like, man, I need a break, or has the fire still been there the whole time?
You forget to mention one thing. I never had amateur career directly pro, like first fight, pro fight. First time in my life I wear gloves probably I was 27 years old. 28 was first fight what MMA professional. And in 2 years, only 6 fights, I signed with UFC. That's all my career. I don't know the other thing, like how it's different. I'm not tired from it. I'm learning till these days a lot of things. And improving something. I say, oh, this I need to do better, this I need to do this. I don't feel like that. I'm just doing what I need to do. And one thing what I will tell, I hope I will have power of will enough when it will be time to say stop, Roman. That's another thing. Because I never have stop in my head. But I hope I will understand the right time.
Roman გამარჯობა.
გამარჯობა.
28 წლის ასაკში დაიწყე MMA-ის კარიერა და თავიდან დაიწყე ახალი კარიერა, მას შემდეგ რაც ფეხბურთის თამაშს თავი დაანებე. 38 წლის ასაკში ახალ დივიზიონში იწყებ. გადადიხარ, რომელშიც აქამდეც კიჩხუბია, მაგრამ ახალი ეტაპია მაინც. რა შეგიძლია გითხრა, რა იცი თავიდან დაწყებაზე ისეთი, რაც შეიძლება დანარჩენებმა არ ვიცოდეთ და რა რჩევები შეგიძლია გაგვიზიარო ამ მხრივ.
გამარჯობა, ერთხელ. ძალიან სიამოვნებს, რომ ქართული საუბარი გავიგონე და დიდი იმედი მაქვს, რომ თქვენს მეშვეობით ჩვენ უფრო მივაწდენ ჩვენს ხმას, ჩვენს გულშემატკივარს საქართველოში. And I'm also happy you now hear Georgian language and you will be a little closer to us, to real Georgian. And ვფიქრობ, რომ პირველ რიგში ეს არის ხასიათი და რწმენა, თავის შენი ძალების რწმენა. არაფერია შეუძლებელი. აი ახსენეთ, რომ 28 წლის ვიყავ, რომ დავიწყე შერეულთა ბრძოლები, მაგრამ 22 წლის ვიყავი, რომ დავიწყე ჭიდაობა, გრეპლინგი. 4 წელში ყველაფერი მოვიგე, რაც შეიძლებოდა მსოფლიო, ევროპა, აზიის, ADCC-ის ასარჩევი ეტაპები, დიდი ტურნირები მოვიგე. და შემდეგ 28 წლის MMA და 2 წელში უკვე UFC-ში ვიყავ. ხშირად მეკითხე მე რა არის მიზეზი, შეიძლება რამეს ისეთ განსაკუთრებული იცი. პირველ რიგში არის ხასიათი, მონდომება და შენი თავის რწმენა. ბევრი ხალხი გეყოლებათ ირგვლივ, ვისაც თავისი აზრები აქვთ, მაგრამ ცხოვრებაში ყველაფრისთვის მზად უნდა იყოს. ეს იმას არ ნიშნავს, რომ თვალდახუჭული მხოლოდ ერთ რაღაცას ვაკეთებდი. მზად ვიყავი ბრძოლებისთვის და ვცდილობდი, რომ საუკეთესო ყოფილიყავი და საუკეთესო მევარჯიშა, ასევე განათლებას ვღებულობდი პარალელურად და არასდროს არ მქონდა და არ ვაძლევდი ჩემ თავს იმის ნებას, რომ უკუნა ბიჭი გამეკეთებინა. რომ არ ყოფილიყო ბრძოლები, აი იქნებოდი წარმატებული სხვა საქმიანობაში და ეს იყო მთავარი ჩემთვის мотивация. რასაც ვაკეთებდი, უნდა ყოფილიყო საუკეთესო.
უღმესი მადლობა წარმატებები შაბათს.
ძალიან დიდი მადლობა. Now Russian?
А теперь
We just
по-русски.
wanna show them that I can speak a lot of languages, yeah?
Да.
We need one more Turkish guy and Ukrainian, and it will be good.
Добрый день.
Доброго дня.
Доброго дня. Нет, все-таки давай podemos hablar español.
No.
Во-первых, ты вот сказал про зал RD Sport, то есть, получается, RD, он RDR.
Не, RD просто.
Нет, я говорю, ты RD, а твой соперник
Да,
RDR.
надо никнейм можешь поменять, попросить, чтобы они меня объявили как RD, наверное.
Кстати, ему будет приятно.
Не, мне будет приятно, чего ему?
Ну и тебе. А когда ему будет приятно, мне тоже, как в Мимино, мне тоже будет приятно. Я уже забыл, что я хотел спросить. Продолжая вопрос Шона про выгорание. Ты постоянно говоришь и в интервью, и везде, что UFC все-таки для тебя это работа, что ты бьешь людей за деньги. Вот вопрос, можно ли эту работу сравнить с нашей обычной работой, когда мы утром просыпаемся и думаем, сегодня не хочется идти, сегодня заболею. Было у тебя такое?
Абсолютно верно. Спросите любого бойца, я уверен, что они иногда утром могут встать и не хотят тренироваться. Ты уставший, ты уже тренировался утром, или, допустим, на тебе еще вечером тренироваться. Это очень тяжелый ментальный пресс. Тебе приходится перебаривать свой настрой, свое нежелание идти тренироваться. И очень похоже. Не все любят бои, не все любят свою работу. Но работу нужно делать хорошо и качественно.
Мы знаем, что ты любишь перед боями посещать необычные места. Это или горы, или что-то еще. Здесь, в районе Сакрамента, есть что-то? Нашел что-нибудь?
В Сакраменто ничего не нашел. Я надеюсь, что тут есть. И пока что мы фокусированы на весогонке. А потом посмотрим, может быть, если есть, пойду. Почему бы нет?
К слову, весогонки, она послезавтра. Точнее, весогонка завтра, вешалка послезавтра. Сколько тебе осталось согнать, если не секрет?
Немного, конечно, не секрет. Я приблизительно во время подготовки вешал 101-102 килограмма. Потом немножко скорректировался вес примерно до 100. Я думаю, 6,5 килограммов придется еще делать.
Спасибо. Удачи в субботу.
Спасибо, благодарю. No Turkish guys? Okay.
I got one more for you.
Okay.
I feel like, because I've been to a few of your fight weeks, and I feel like right now you're the happiest, most energetic Roman Dolidze, but I also know that you also used to have to cut a lot more weight. What's going on with you right now? It seems like, am I correct in saying that you are having the most fun in your career? And anything changed that helped you get here?
Nothing changed. I'm all the same mentality, all the same fighter, all the same will to fight. But if we are talking about how I feel myself, for like, how I'm preparing for a fight, how I trained, much better, definitely much better. I was not so strict with my diet. I was even asking that please don't order so much food. I can't eat so much because it's a lot of meat. But I think I'm feeling much better than previous 3-4 weight cuts.
Do you think that just comes with experience? You mentioned how you've only been fighting and wearing gloves, especially for such a short amount of time. You think it's all just experience?
Experience based on mentality.
Fair enough. Thank you, man.
Thank you.
Let's make it 4 languages.
Okay.
Merhaba arkadaş.
Merhaba.
Nasılsın?
Sadece bu mu Türkçe mi konuşuyorsunuz?
Teşekkür ederim.
Nereden Türkiye?
That's all.
Okay. Just know a couple words.
Отельный стиль.
Okay, thank you very much. Have a good day.